What's up, guys? It's Mark Russell, Clarity Market. And on this one, this announcement is big enough that I figured we might as well do it live. Forget it. We'll do it live. Guys, this is one of the biggest announcements I think we've ever had, and it's because of data. And I'm not going to go long into this. I've got an example job queued up, and I want you guys to see where we're going with the data to demonstrate to the carriers and the homeowners the best illustration. Let's just get right into it. Here we go, guys. This is it, and we will be sending out a video to everybody who's getting this. In fact, let me just jump back. You may be getting this through an email. I'm live right now on Facebook, but you're also getting this. Maybe you're out cutting trees or whatnot. So if you haven't been up to speed for a while, we've had a lot of changes with Clarity Market. So I'm going to get into it right now so that you can see it. This is it, guys. Let's jump full out into this real quick. And so let's look at this, guys. This is number one. If you notice, there are an awful lot of tree services. So for those of you who didn't know, we are now on our next launch. We're going to be going up to 500 miles. 500 miles to pull comparables for Atlanta. That puts me at, depending on where the job is, somewhere around 315 on this particular job, because we are 314 because we got a couple up top rows that were taken. But imagine being able to send in 314 comparables. Guys, it is out of control, the data. But let me keep on showing you this, because this is what I really want to show you. And it's this right here. This little beauty, okay? This is the bell curve. That is normalization on data. So for those of you guys who didn't get it, the video yesterday, we are now algorithmically going in. We're adjusting and normalizing. So a lot of the, in fact, I'll show you the data on a lot of these before, and maybe I can't pull it up right now live, but you guys remember a lot of these comparables before had pieces of equipment that were not included. They were marked NA. And we got to thinking, man, this just confuses the adjusters, because it's not showing the average price for that piece of equipment for that given radius. So we're like, well, why don't we calculate it? And if someone doesn't have that piece of equipment, well, then just throw it in as to what the 500 mile average is for that particular. And so that's what we've done. And so now what that does, guys, it's incredible. What it does, you can see now, you can see there are a couple, like Butte Tree had every piece, but if it's marked with AVG, there is some amount of average that has been put in there. The difference is the bell curves. On a non-normalized bell curve, guys, this is where I fell, okay? And that's not a clear representation. And the reason it's not a clear representation is because you're not really saying, hey, this job needed a skid steer, but this guy that we're comparing with doesn't even own one or doesn't have one available. So when we normalize it, this is the neat part. When we normalize the data, that's what we get. In fact, let's just pull these apart real quick, guys, so you can see. Oh, I can't show them, but okay, if you notice, actually, I have to throw it back. Number one, normalized, the curve is much smaller, and, okay, the curve is smaller, and it brings it to the middle. That's what happens when you normalize, when the spread gets less. Guys, I knew this all along because I've been doing this forever, and I know, like, I see the competitors out there. By the way, as a side note, guys, in case you have not gone to Clarity Market, for some of you guys who have not been for a while, let me just quick bring this into the picture. If you haven't been on Clarity Market to understand, listen, at this point now, you can see you can see what you got to beat, who you got to compete against. And you can drill in on every single one of these guys, and you can see, hey, what's their pricing and what do I have to beat? So that's the new thing that we've done. That way, everything's out in the open. It's a marketplace. You know how to be competitive in the marketplace. But guys, that's it. And I'm going to throw this out there for you guys getting this email. We're going to re-extend 1 week, guys. If you have not completed and gotten fully signed up, right now for 1 week, we're going to re-extend. If you go through and get all of your pricing done, 1 second, let me do this. Actually, before I do that, let me just say this to you guys who haven't gotten your pricing done. Now, if you need to know how you need to get competitive and how you need to compete, just like if you went to eBay and you had something to sell, you would be like, hey, what's the marketplace? Now you can tell. Now you can go to RB and say, hey, what is RB charging for? And by the way, this is an example here, guys, of someone who doesn't have specific tools. Okay, so there are certain guys, like Fellow Tree doesn't have a couple tools. There are certain guys out there that don't have. But the point being is this, guys. The point being is now you can search around in your area, understand where you need to be with your minimums and your hours to be able to compete and win business. So anyway, for anybody who hasn't signed up and gotten complete and gotten listed, we've said, hey, look, it was the end, the Clarity Prime and the comps. We'll give you 1 week with the class. Okay, so this is with the class. If you haven't completed yet, you get the class, which is online, 42 lessons, everything that I know, that's free. And if you have a claim going right now, you get the comps free. That's it, guys. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep this one really short. I am going to say, guys, this real quick, we're going to go back to it real quick. I just need to point this out, guys. In fact, the difference even is non-normalized 5 million for all those, 5.3, normalized 7.3. So that's how big of a gap. It was like a 20%, what is that? 40% gap. And that gap is just like we're showing the clear market picture. Guys, look at the difference on that. And especially what's exciting to me, what I knew, I'm not that far off center. I'm not like a super. I may be slightly off center. We bring a pretty good offering to the table, but I'm not that far off. I'm not that far up. So anyway, that's it, guys. Go to Clarity Market, sign up. It is, as always, it is always free to sign up. No monthly fee to host your contract, to get signatures. Our heart is to make sure you have your pricing upfront, public, so that you never have to go out and waste time when a homeowner is in danger. That's why we give it away free. So that part's free. And for those of you who haven't fully completed, if you complete, you get 1 week. That's it. And that includes the class. So guys, spread the word. We are working our butts off to get you guys the best data to illustrate the market price so that you can take care of your clients. That's it, guys. We're going to call it a done deal. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.